Hi everyone, welcome to Programming School. Today I'm going to discuss about how we are going to read some strings and how it is going to be displayed and what are the properties and everything. I'm going to discuss about strings in Python. Okay, now the string is going to be a collection of characters, and here we are going to represent a string using a single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. We can work anything. This is also a string, and I'm going to write a type of yes. Then it is going to be class string. For example, I'm going to write here. This is Python class. I'm going to write a double quotes. For example, this is also the same thing, and this is also the class string. And here I'm going to take a triple quotes. For example, when I go for this triple quote means if I want to write any string with a multi-line, for example, I'm going to write a multi-line, I will go for this string. This is also the type of that one is going to be string here. Okay, in three different ways we are going to give the string. For example, if you want to read the data every time. For example, just simply I'm going to write s is equal to input of, then automatically it is going to be read anything as a string. For example, here I'm going to give 12 here. For example, the s value is going to be 12. Just observe here, the type of s is going to be a string only. Every time when I read any value from the input of input of it is going to be a string only. Then just simply we are going to read a string like this. That's it, input of, and I'm going to print the string like this, print of yes. How I'm going to trace it? For example, I'm going to write for I in first of all the index based looping, right? I'm going to write the range of length of yes. I'm going to write the length of yes. Now I'm going to print here s of I. That is going to be s of I, and I'm going to print a character. I'm going to give a space here, for example, for every character. Now I'm going to execute it. This is Sudhir, for example. This is Python class. This is going to be Python class. Just observe here, every character is going to be printed like this. Every character is going to be printed like this. Yes, in this way we are going to trace character by character here using index based looping. For example, if I go for uh, value based, just simply I'm going to write for I in yes. For I in yes, just simply I'm going to print here I. I'm going to print here I. Just simply I'm going to write like this. If I'm going to execute it, if this is going to be this is Python class, just simply it is going to be print, this is going to be a Python class. That's it, nothing else. For example, I'm going to write length of yes. Sorry, length of yes. Then it is going to be printed 20 characters. There are going to be 20 characters in the string. Just simply I'm going to print how many characters it is. Just length of yes. That is the last value every time. Okay, in this way we are going to read a string here. For example, now I'm going to make the properties. For example, I'm going to take here, this is Python class. For example, I'm going to write a Python class. What is the length of yes? That is going to be 20 characters. This is also works as a list only. The list means it is a combination of only integers or anything, but here the string is a collection of characters, and the index is always going to be start with 0 only. S of 0 means that is going to be t here. It is going to be t here. The last value, that is going to be, what is the length of the s? The length of the s is going to be 20, and the last character is going to be 19, right? Yes, the last character is going to be 19. For example, if I want to access 20, it is going to be give an error here. When we are writing a programs on string, we have to observe this error. That is going to be an index error, string index out of range. When you are writing a list also, this error is going to be occur sometimes. Okay, just we have to write in between this length. That means 0 to 19 here. If the string is n, we have to go for 0 to n minus 1 only. Now here, is it working of negative indexing? Just guess everyone. If I'm going to write like this, s of minus 1, if it is going to be print yes, it is going to be print yes. Yes, it is printing yes, right? That means it is the negative indexing is also working in strings. For example, I'm going to write here minus 20. That means it is going to be print the first character. Yes, it is working. Negative indexing is also working here. That means we can work with positive indexing and we can work with negative indexing also. For example, if I want to reverse that, just simply like colon minus one. Just observe here, every string is going to be reversed here. The string is not reversed and it is going to be give the output as reverse. That's it, nothing else. Every character in that is going to be reversed like this. Every character in that is going to be reversed like this. And is it possible to slice it? Now I am going to check that. For example, what is s value? This is s value. I am going to slice it. I am going to slice. For example, I am going to 3 colon like this. 3 colon like this. What is the third index value? 0, 1, 2, 3. That means I am going to start at this position. Now I am going to print up to this, the highlighted part. Just observe here. Yes, it is working, right? That means indexing is also working in the string. No doubt. That means it is working as a list only. Negative indexing is working, positive index is working, slicing is working, and everything is working. Everything is working. For example, s of 0 is equal to t. Now I am going to change here. Small t. For example, it is going to be small t. If I am going to modify it, is it modified? If I am going to give here, it is going to be give an error here. We cannot change. For example, if the string is already done, we cannot modify it. It is working as a tuple. It is not a mutable here. It is immutable. We cannot change the values. We cannot change the values when the string is already made. We cannot change, like same as tuple only. Same as tuple. For example, we cannot add. For example, any value here. We cannot add. We cannot add it. We cannot delete it. We cannot change it. This is going to be the string. These are the string properties here. Okay. And now I am going to convert this string into some list here. For example, s dot split off. Just observe here. It is every word is going to be converted into a list items here. How many words are there? Just simply I am going to write s dot split off like this, and I am going to make a length, here. Then it is going to be 4 words are there. Length of s dot split off. Just simply I am going to convert like this. For example, if I am going to convert this string into yes, for example, I am going to convert the string into list of arrays, list of strings. For example, every word is going to be the element in the list. Now I am going to join it. I am going to make a string again from the list. Just simply I am going to write dot single quote dot join of yes. Just observe here, it is working, right? Now I am going to give a space here. That's it. If I give a space here like this, now it is going to be the list is converted into the string like this using of this dot join of yes. All these are very useful. The split off and join off are more useful here. And there are so many functions here. For example, S1 is equal to ABC. S2 is equal to ACD, for example, ADC. Now S1 is greater than S2. Is it working or not? Is S1 is greater than S2? It is going to be print false. It is going to be check that every character in S1 and S2, A and A both are equal, B and B both are equal. Now it is going to be check that C and D is a greater one, right? That's why S is not greater than S1. For example, I am going to write S1 is less than S2. Yes, it is going to be print here S1. S1 is greater than S1. Why it is printing here? It is going to be checked character by character. A not greater than, B not greater than, and C. Yes, C and D. The D is a bigger value. That's why it is going to be printed true here. Just observe everything here. For example, we can for example, I am going to write ABC. Just simply I am going to write directly the equal to. For example, S2 is equal to also ABC. For example, I am going to check here using comparison. Directly I can compare it. S1 is equal to S2. Yes, it is working here. I can check with greater than and less than symbol also. Just simply I am going to write is it greater than or not. and for example s is going to be like this. I'm going to make the s like this. Again I'm going to make s like this. Now s is going to be like this. I can convert, for example I'm going to write s dot title of, s dot title of. Just observe here, every word first character that is going to be capital here, that is going to be s dot title of, s dot s dot capitalize of. Just observe here, s dot capitalize of. Just observe, only the first character is going to be capital and the remaining one are same. And that is the difference between capitalize and title. If it is, if you are going to write a capitalize, the first words first character only convert into capital here. But when I'm writing title of, for every word the first character is going to be capital. And I'm going to write here upper of a, sorry, s dot upper of, s dot upper of every character in that, that is going to be converted into a capital letter. S dot lower of, yes, everything is converted into lower here, lower case values. Now I'm going to write swap case of. Just observe here, capitals are converted into small and small are converted into capital. Just observe here, t is going to be small and p is going to be small here. Just observe everyone. These are the so many functions are there. And s dot is lower of, is lower of. Is it lower? Is the total string is in lower? No. Is the total string is upper? Is the total string is upper? Is the total string is upper? No. For example, I'm going to write s1 is equal to abc. For example, all the characters are going to be upper, right? Yes. Now it is going to be dot is upper of, sorry, s1, right? I'm going to write s1. s1 dot is upper of, yes, all the values are upper, right? That's why it is going to be print true here. It is going to be print the same way. Is lower of also, is lower of is also is there. For example, some s1 is equal to abc. For example, it is going to be abc. s1 dot is alpha of, is alpha. Yes, every word is going to be an alphabet only. For example, I'm going to write 1 2 3. For example, now I'm going to write is alpha of. Again I'm going to check that, is it alpha? No, it is the, all the strings are not alphabets here, not alphabets here. We are going to check with is alpha num. Is alpha num. Is alpha num. Yes. Is alpha num, is alpha numeric, I think. Is alpha numeric. Is alpha numeric. I think. What is the function? Just is alpha numeric, the method name, I think. Okay, yeah, going for is digit of. For example, I'm going to check s1 is equal to string 1 2 3. I'm going to check that is digit of, yes, it is digit. All the values are going to be digit here. The same way there is an alpha numeric method is also is there. I just simply missing here. Just anyone you have an idea about that, just comment it. And there are so many functions are there. We are going to work all these things like this. This is about a overview of strings here, how we are going to trace it and how we are going to write it. That's it for this video. If you like this video, just subscribe to my channel and please like and comment to this video. Thank you guys. Bye.